Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me. We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
You First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Yes, Dr. Huge back in the building. That's right. Everybody get liking and subscribing. Danny Damage with us today.
Good evening or afternoon.
Or wherever you are in the world. I'm sure it's light out or dark out where you are, Danny. Still light out here. Very dark day, though. A very gloomy day. Typical England day in New England. Yeah. Now.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a good way of describing it, I guess. We've had one of those here. It's been really hot for the last however many weeks, and it's been like, oh my God, we're all melting. But if you look over at like Florida's temperatures, it's like, yeah, it could be a lot fucking worse. I don't want any of that. But today it's just been really muggy.
The American heat. It's a whole nother level in some areas. Don't even get me started. It stinks going down south. Like it could be perfect weather though. And then one time I went to Florida for 10 days. The entire time it rained. The whole time. Like pouring rain. I was like, this sucks. Yep. So you go to like these tropical places and that was the first time I seen a palm tree. That blew my mind. Getting into the airport, I'm like, palm tree? Oh, holy shit. They really exist. So I've seen the world, everybody. I've seen palm trees. Anyway, got plenty to talk about this week. You know, how about like this show that I do? It's terrible, and I'm a fool, and I'm an idiot. I'm a this and that. We're going to read all the evil tweets that have been sent to Dr. Huge in the pro wrestling world. This is why I'm not scared of the Dabbleverse. Like these people out here in the dabblers and things, they're all like worried about stuff. It's like nobody's worse than the wrestling fans. Nobody's worse. Like you can try, but they're keeping people in their basements, Danny, and kidnapping people. That's what some of these wrestling fans are up to. You understand? So
yeah, well, Cornette always goes on about back in the day he used to get like death threats from like little fucking 16-year-old lasses who were like, "Don't you fucking hate on my favorite wrestlers? I'm going to turn up and stab you," and shit like this. And it hasn't really changed much. They've just got different ways of getting over to you. So
yep. So if anything ever happens to me, Danny, interrogate all the wrestling fans. Thank you. Every single one of them. That's right, found my buttons. Rest in peace to Dr. Huge, right? I said something about somebody's favorite wrestler or favorite promotion. I think what happened is I got caught up in the AEW WWE Holy War that's been going on. And I didn't even mean to because, I don't really care. But, it all revolves around Dragunov, one of my favorites. And I've been asking for him for months. I'm like, what happened to Dragunov? He slaps Brock Lesnar a couple times or whatever and gets no-sold. I think they let the giant Tongan get slapped up and he no-sold it as well. And then Dragunov disappears. And then he gets released, right? Oh, no. Did I say released?
No.
Oh, shit.
Say the line. Say the line.
Oh, shit. All right. Dragunov did not get released. His contract expired, you stupid idiot.
Obviously.
Yep. Which, Danny, does that make a difference if his contract expired or if he was released? What's your take on that?
if they had no interest, as in WWE/TKO had no interest in renewing that, and he'd sort of pursued it, and they were like, nah, then that's as good as being sacked. If he didn't want it to be renewed, then that's a different story altogether. But if he sort of like showed interest in wanting to keep working there, and they were like, nah, or just ignored him, then yeah, it's just the same as being fired.
People since Mania have been like, wait, I thought he was healthy now. What happened? He came back from that major injury earlier in the year or at the beginning of the year or whatever. He had that big dragon tattoo on his neck. And we didn't see much after, again, the two events that had happened where everybody's no-selling him. And that definitely didn't help his cause. I mean, he was kind of hot out the gate, was U.S. champion, had some great matches with Carmelo Hayes. That's another one. And also, these people out here are going to be like, oh, he's a vanilla midget and blah, blah, blah. No, he ain't. We need some of these guys. Chad Gable isn't a vanilla midget. He definitely ain't vanilla. Well, in one way, I guess, but not in the way that he would be boring, right? I think it had like that double meaning, right?
Yeah, Dragunov had that same sort of... Dragunov had that same sort of like Daniel Bryan underdog sort of like... And as long as people put him over, and you let, obviously, not everyone wants to put a smaller guy over, but as long as you have like a small number of little guys who can overcome some things, it's not as bad. If every little guy can fucking knock out a 7-footer with like one jumping punch, like in AEW, or one flip, then it's a bit silly. But if you just have a couple of special guys, like they tried Daniel Bryan eventually, Christ, he beat fucking Trips and Batista in that set. Was it Orton? Or all three? Whatever it was. But do you know what I mean? As long as you push him and present him right, that's fine. And they could have done something with him, I think. Well, from what you've said, it sounds like they were, but they've just cut that short. But they do need people like that. You need different types. You need different wrestling types. Because if everyone was just Brock Lesnar versus bloody Bobby Lashley, then it's like, yay, two guys just pretty much the same fucking size and skill set. And yeah.
And I mean, it's not like he's not Adam Cole size. Like the guy, he's beefy like Chris Benoit was. Like, so that was believable. I mean, come on. Just look at the Gunther match from back in the day. I've been talking about that for years. I'm like, I can't wait for that. Oh my God, Dragunov's back in the WWE. They don't do anything with either one, like with them together at all, like as if that didn't happen. And now he's already released, and you never gave us a Gunther angle with him. Gunther is retiring people and, fighting GMs, right? Instead of Dragunov, who's sitting right there. Oh, we can't sell his T-shirts. So that's like the big clapback at Dr. Huge. How dare I want one of my favorite wrestlers to be? Because, okay, let me just explain to everybody. The reason why I like Dragunov so much, because his matches look real. They look realer than everybody else's. And that's what I want. There's a lot of hard hitting. He's like a mini Sheamus in that way. He also has a character that hasn't even been developed yet. He's just kind of a Russian guy, right? And is that a part of them getting rid of Dragunov? Because I know I can't show any of my videos or promo edits or anything to the Russians. They don't want to show TKO business to those folks over there because they're bad guys, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at this point.
So maybe that has something to do with it.
It could do. WWE have fumbled people forever, though, and I think we mention someone every week anyway. But they've got too many other guys, maybe, that are the same sort of, like, to them, the same sort of fit in the roster. So if they've just brought him up from NXT, sorry, and they've already you've got like little Finn Balor's, and you have already got people like that. So maybe it's just on them, and you can't really blame him. I'm not a bigger fan as you are. His stuff in the ring's good, but like you say, his character just hasn't really developed much. It's just he could have maybe benefited so far with a manager, but he can speak, so
right. No,
they just never maybe just dropped the ball. Anything. Yeah.
And
I'm trying to play devil's advocate, and I am just trying to see, because you can sort of like your favorite guy can get let go, and then you just take it personally. Sometimes you don't see the other side.
I'm not
but
one of these guys out here that are crying about everybody leaving. There are releases all the time. I know that they release people I like too, and other people don't like. It's just with this one, TKO's version of WWE doesn't know how to get Dragunov over. The whole point of wrestling, right? And I've been saying this since I've come back. We want a great build into a match. He can deliver the match. Some of these other people, they're not delivering the matches. So you get this whole big build, even if it's good, and then it ends up being a dud, where you're going to get these 5-star Meltzers out of this guy. Give him something to do. Get him in an angle with Gunther. Get him in an angle with Shinsuke Nakamura or something, who will also hit hard and things, and have them do something. Just do anything. How you fuck do you fumble Dragunov? Like, and honestly, I know I spell his name wrong. I do it all the time. There's multiple versions of how to spell this shit. Plus, it's a WWE name. I'm not like paying attention like that. It could have a O, could have an A, could have a U in multiple different spots. So I'm going to continue to misspell it. I think the way I write it is better if you have the 2 O's. And then you could put like dragon eyes in it and stuff like that. He's got a dragon on his neck. Come on. So I'm not the stupid idiot. All you on Twitter are stupid idiots. How about that? You want to let's look at some of these tweets yelling at Dr. Huge about this, because I made the biggest mistake of my life saying that WWE fucked up and they don't know wrestling anymore. TKO's version, to be specific. So here we go. Yeah, we'll get to my likes in a minute. Let's get to we don't like that, right? Hate this fucking shit. Tony Soprano meme. Where am I going? Yep. We're not verified. We're not cool. Okay, here it is. It's coming up. It's coming up. You just wait right here. Is it really this far? Could it be? Maybe it is. What happened? Where's the fucking... Did they delete it? Hold on, everybody. Why is this so hard to do when you're live, Danny?
Is it the screen grab that you're looking for?
I'm looking for my tweet that got all this shit. There it is. It's just so small, So I wrote Dragunov with 2 O's. Being released is proof TKO's WWE doesn't know shit about wrestling. And look at the work I'm getting lately, Danny. I'm getting numbers lately. Ever since I've stopped getting the check mark and doing lives on Twitter, they were like, here's some attention that you desperately need. So, okay. Here we go. Jocktastico. He's got something to say. Don't worry, they're going to all tell me in a minute. Why would the company even resign him? He did nothing on the main roster. Well, Raw is AJM. The reason, let me answer you live, hit the like button, is they didn't do anything with him. He did nothing on the main roster. Whose fault is that? Is it his? Right?
Nope. Yeah.
And then laugh my ass off. Yeah, because so many people were buying tickets to see him. This is another argument, right? I promise you, if we look through your tweet history, you won't find a single thing. Oh, and they did. They looked. And why would I tweet about him? He's not on TV. Right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I be tweeting? I'm not one of these hashtag put my guy, my favorite wrestler on TV. We already went through this. So clearly this is a E-drone, right? AEW fans said, what? Because I'm an AEW fan. If you haven't noticed with the WWE light in my fucking Bootios t-shirt and the Bootios cereal box over here, right? So they act like I'm stupid and they laugh at me. Well, I'm laughing at you guys right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I talk about the people that are put in front of me, right? Trying to get these numbers. I'm not going to be out here going, we want LA Knight for the rest of my life. I may do it once as a goof or something, but come on. So, more on that later. He should have been a top priority in the show. Spooky Suplex gets it. King Reezy, he understands wrestling, right? It's like, it's just a clear, like, useful talent that you have that's already proven that he can make wrestling amazing for everybody in a real way. And then we got PWP, who's been on the show many times. He's trying to get me too. I do question how many Dragunov t-shirts they have sold. It's the money angle, right? And I think I wrote back to him. I get it's all about their bottom line profits, shareholders, etc. I don't care about that shit, though. He was great. So, again, the WWE is about giving you mediocre, silly, stupid shit. What shirts, why shirts, how, where, when, yes, no shirts, yeet shirts.
Yeet.
And then the Yeet Meister goes in the ring and stinks up the place. We love that. You guys like that. You want that forever? You want more Danhausen instead?
Someone walked past me with a fucking Danhausen t-shirt. What day was it? I think it was Wednesday. I didn't say anything, but I was just like, shook my head.
Yep. Devil Toad, he came for me too. You watch all the shows, I must have missed them. What was the episode of the day where the entire arena was acting like a little bitch, like they do for CM Punk all the time for Ela? I remember CM Punk chants, "We want truth, we want cross, never we want Ija." I think that's a proper way to say it. And again, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. He's one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. That's all I care about, right? So I can be like these little kids too. I want what I want. What do I care what all these other fools want that like Danhausen, right? I don't care if I'm living in the old days. I'm staying living there. I'm not going to be a fan of this stuff that they've been giving us as of late. Believe it or not, it has been getting better with certain storylines. And we will be talking about that later, the bloodline stuff and all this stuff. There are good things to talk about. But boy, they sure do shoehorn some shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd look past the quality of like the wrestling and the promos. I'd look past a bit of that if it was just formatted nice and smooth and not just like 7,000 adverts with a fucking machine pure right in your. Do you know what I mean? I'd accept just a bit of more of an amateur sort of like presentation as well, but no. But they're never going to go back to it. They're never going to. There's no way they'll have a meeting and be like, right, so we're going to give up one of these 5-minute ad spots. Do you know what I mean? They'll never do it. They'll never do it because they'll just see that's a reduction in money coming in, and that's downhill to them. They ain't coming back, man. They ain't fixing it.
No, I know. I get that. And I thought there was a chance when Triple H took over and it was starting to get better. The shows were tighter. Things started to make more sense. And then, just for a while now, almost 2 years now, it has just gone off a cliff, especially when that first night of Netflix and we were expecting things to not be censored. And, they're censoring everything now. They're doing worse than when they were on national TV.
Everyone who expected that first Raw on Netflix to be like, it's the Attitude Era, returns. But instead it was like, look at all these celebrities sat in the crowd wanting some fucking spotlight because they're on Netflix. And that was the focal point. Womp womp.
Yep, and kind of has been ever since. Yep. And then you got, now fasten your seatbelts for this, folks. They get ready for the he wasn't released tweets back. So there's one. I mean, there's like 1,000 of these. My notifications were going off for days going, he was released. I think we answered that early on. Released, lowballed in a contract, whatever the case is, whatever they say. You don't have to believe any of this stuff because obviously they lie sometimes, both parties. It could be Dragunov, as PWP pointed out, but that doesn't mean he's right. He's speculating too. Like maybe he was a pain in the ass. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is what I see from the matches and what's going on, and I saw Dragunov as could be one of your top stars someday soon too. And I guess they don't agree, and they're probably going to do the same thing to Carmelo Hayes at the end of the day and go, well, he's short. We don't need him, right? He's only like HBK, but we can't use that. So, yep, wasn't released, dumbass.
I'm sorry.
Didn't get released. Huh?
I just said I'm sorry. That was a sick burn. Are you okay?
I know. I'll never get. I cried myself to sleep for a few days after this. Yep. Oh yes, a Twitter wrestling expert who knows more about wrestling than the people who own and run the biggest wrestling company in the world. You mean TKO and Ari Emanuel? Because that's who owns it. And the people who run it, you mean like the Road Dogg when he was there? And Michael P. Hayes and all them? Yeah, I do know more than them. How about that? Maybe not the inner workings, logistics, and how they do everything there, because I didn't work there like they did. But I think I have a more creative brain than they do. And I know all the characters. And I know how society runs right now and how they're PG business and all this. I get it. But I don't think you guys get it. I think this is AEW, WWE war. And also, do you think some of these are bots?
There'll be bots on both sides. Yeah, they'll be on both sides. Because there's so many people that just can't comprehend the idea of like either disliking them both or liking both promotions, or sometimes liking one and then being like, oh, well, that was a bad one this week. It's just so tribal, and they never like falter from the path. And when they see the bots just sort of like, yay AEW or yay WWE, it just emboldens them to just keep doing what they're doing. And yeah, I think this is probably part of why it's sort of like popular at the minute, because there's so much interaction, like not on the actual TV show, but on social media, and just any attention's good attention to whores like WWE and TKO.
Yeah. Yep. Hello? Am I here?
Yeah, that went quiet.
Yeah, I can't hear myself.
Oh, I can hear you.
Now? Testies. How about now?
I can still hear you.
Okay. I can't hear myself. That's what's going on. All right. Anyway, let's go over more hate tweets. I love this. Finally, people are giving me engagement. I'm going to continue to be wrong on purpose, by the way.
Plenty of accounts do that, I think.
The fact they only have 2 to 3 matches on the weekly show also proves this. So Jason Storm writes, they don't care about wrestling at all. Look at the veterans they tried to screw over last year. Look at how many talents they've signed or brought to the main roster. To only sorry creative has nothing for you. It's their way with 2K games too. Fuck the consumer. Sure, so there's some people that agree with the wrestling expert, Dr. Huge. And he's right. This is more, to me, it's about the money, the bottom line, and the typical, what we've been talking about a lot lately, where it's just, we need more money than last year. How do we do that? Let's lowball Sami Zayn and The Miz and this guy and The New Day and all these people. And, oh, they don't want it? We'll get rid of them. We'll bring up some talent from NXT. Do we have anything for them? Nope, but they're cheap. Who cares?
And we've got 1,000 of them now because it's a factory. And we need to get them out of NXT quickly because there's just so many. We're just churning them out. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, it's true.
It is nuts now.
Too many wrestlers. And then Kincaid, so when he doesn't do shit in AEW, you're going to keep the same energy, right? He's probably not going to do anything in AEW. Well, is he? Is it a fact he's going to end up there tonight or soon? Karrion Kross went straight to the Indies. He's making fucking bank right now. He's got like 12 titles and shit. Everybody's throwing belts on him. So
nice.
Maybe that's what he needs to do and stay away from AEW. But then he's fought a lot of these guys in AEW. He could go wrestle Kyle Fletcher and things and make it look awesome. Sure. Will there be like a great build-up or a storyline that will get pushed as good as WWE can because of their money and the way it looks and all that? Maybe not, but yeah,
He won't stand out as much either. He won't stand out as much in AEW as he stands out in WWE.
Right. Which is just, again, this is just upsetting me. He does seem like more of an AEW wrestler, but I've always been saying it, so doesn't Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's an AEW wrestler, bro. He's never struck me as like this top star because he's all involved now with CM Punk and Kevin Owens, don't you know? Last night, he hit them both with the belt.
Right.
So, no yeet to that.
No yeet.
Anyway, more on that later. There's plenty of these tweets coming after me, so. Wrong. They don't give a shit about wrestling, but he wasn't released. Just chose not to resign. It doesn't matter.
Did he choose? Hang on. It matters if he chose not to resign, I suppose. Unless they lowballed him. But if it's, like I say,
do you think they're not lowballing him after not using him for months?
He might have just felt like he's not been used and been like, screw this, I'm not resigning.
Same difference. This is
it's bad treatment, fault. But yeah.
He came back. He's healthy. He's got the new neck tattoo. Do something with him. Oh, we don't got nothing for you at this time. Can you wait 6 months? Can you wait until the end of the year? And the guy's like, I'm in my fucking prime right now. I'm cooling off. And now listen, I'm sure they're not trying to pay anybody right now, especially the Dragunovs of the world. So this blame is placed more to me, whether he's released or not, whether he chose to not go back or not. That's WWE fucking up. That's not him fucking up.
Has he tried to learn how to say yeet in Russian? That might help.
That would have been smart, actually.
Yeet, 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 yeet.
Somebody look it up. All right, let's keep reading along here. He decided to WWE on his own. He was not released. See, like, are all these people real? Could they really be bots? I think they might be bots. He's Vanilla Midget. They got everything out of that little guy. They could really? Really? Wow. No offense, but real wrestling fans have known this for years. What? So I have to like AEW and watch AEW. And I've been doing podcasts for years. I think we're on episode 120 again after I've done 1,000 episodes before that. And I don't know what's going on. They know what's going on, though, Danny. The people of the internet. Dr. Huge doesn't know. I love the one where one guy come for me and he's like, yeah, let's look at that real quick. We'll come back to the comments in a minute. There we go. He got me good. Dijak and Dragunov making scary faces at each other. That was my last post about Dragunov, spelled incorrectly, of course. 3 years ago, May of 23. Again, he's never on TV, bro. And believe it or not, I'm not on my phone when his matches are on. I'm actually watching it. So I have nothing to say about it because I'm consuming instead of going, making jokes. So I told him, well, he says, you literally haven't. This is your only tweet you have ever made about him. Because I'm like, I've been talking about him for months. I do a show, dumb fucks. So I told him I literally do a show about it. I've talked about him for months on my podcast. I'm not a part of this holy war you guys are in, but I do find it amusing. Yep, say the line. He was released, contract not expired. These guys, they're fucking smart, man. They're way smarter than me. How did they know this? You mean to tell me I woke up in the morning the other day and I saw released on all the news reports? And then I went to mention that he was released and I'm the dumb Got it. God, I should have studied beforehand. Yep, he wasn't released. He wasn't released. Wasn't released. Wasn't released. He didn't get released. He wasn't released. I'm going down the whole thread right now. You got another one. Another boring vanilla midget comment. Yeah. WWE's, and then many of the WWE's always been shit. He asked to be released. He wasn't released. Right. He did not resign. Now they're switching it up. So he's not going to sell out arenas. He's not this. He's not that. This strikes me.
Zero charisma as well.
Yeah. This is like NFL fans when a guy leaves your team and then it's like, well, he was never good anyway. Even if he was good for your team, it's like, well, he wasn't that good. That's the vibe I'm getting from like these people. They seem to be way more butthurt than me. This really got under their skin that WWF lifer would say that this TKO brand doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Have you ever seen the meme of the fat guy with like 2 swords or 2 like, butcher knives, and he's like, "Leave my corporate businesses alone." Yeah. That's what this is.
Yeah.
These people probably love buying from the PS5 stores and things. And go, oh, well, I'm just licensing the product. That's fine with me. What's the big deal, guys? You're stupid. Got it.
But all the other podcasts and accounts and stuff like that, YouTube channels, they brown nose for bloody, not just for like attention on whichever platform they're on, but also for like access. So people on Twitter and other social media see the podcasters and the interviewer, the media types doing that, and they assume if I are slick enough, I will also get those same opportunities. Yeah, don't forget to neglect don't neglect the balls. Good job. So they just copy, and they're hoping someone's going to reply and be like, "Oh yeah, look, so and so like agreed with me," and that gives them their little buzz, and they will say daft things, and they will just fucking copy what other people have said and say the exact same thing, even if they haven't thought it through.
Listen, I keep it punk rock around here. Give a fuck. WWE. I actually had WWE scouting the show years ago. Triple H watched my show on multiple occasions. I seen him. Eric Bischoff tips me. I had all the Hall of Famers on and all this stuff. I could go get them too. I'm well invested into this. I've actually brought WWE a lot of money over the years, especially in some of their worst years, 17, 18, 19. Like, these were some shitty wrestling years, especially 19. And I get no respect for it. All these Johnny-come-latelys that just started watching wrestling or whatever, they're going to school me, even though, like, my speculation is educated guesses, right? Because nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes unless you're, like, sitting backstage or whatever and doing this to get in the calls and I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to keep my opinions on this completely unbiased, and I'm not your gaming journalist guy, movie journalist guy. I hope I can make it to the red carpet. Maybe I can pay WWE like Rosenberg does to do his shows, do the PLEs and stuff. That'd be cool, right? Maybe I'd be cool then. Fuck these people. Yep, I'm a dipshit. I didn't know he wasn't released. There's no difference. There was no difference between him being released and him not signing the contract to stay. Oh, you mean to tell me Dragunov doesn't want to be with the top wrestling company in the world that he does for his living? Who ever does that? Goes, nah, I'm good. I'll go to anywhere else except the best place I could work for what I do. Right. Holy shit. Yep, I'm an idiot. I don't know how the business works. He does, though. Lion 33, he gets it. Let's see. 15 followers, and he's a reply guy. Got it. You get it, though. You're also sad and pathetic. Facts. Dumbass. And then, ooh, do we show... That might actually get me kicked off the internet if I show that. There'll be all kinds of name calling and stuff. Imagine oversaying somebody's release, but I get it. The part that they didn't like is this. Is proof doesn't know WWE doesn't know shit about wrestling. That's what got him. That's what it's like. I took this pen and shoved it up all these guys' asses. Because none of these are women, by the way, that are replying to me. It's men and TKO's bots.
You may as well be balls deep in Tony Khan with that statement. That's how that borderline mentality will perceive that, because you're taking a shot at WWE. Whatever the reason is, you're taking that shot. To them, it's just like, oh well, I bet you like AEW then. You know what I mean? Some people are just, if you're not completely with me, that means you are completely against me. And they can't see any of those grey areas.
I've already started. I mean, I do this every once in a while, but like, so during Raw, right? I'm watching Raw, and Mysterio was about to take on Chad Gable, who had just won the Intercontinental Championship at the last pay-per-view. And the week before on the Raw, Mysterio took on Ethan Page. Is it Ethan? I always get him confused.
Yeah.
Huh?
Ethan Page, yeah.
And the other Ethan in AEW is Ethan what?
No, it's Adam Page.
Adam Page. Oh, okay. Yeah, yes. That's why I'm getting
confused. There was another Ethan, though, but no, yeah. Ethan Page and Adam Page, yeah.
Right. So Ethan Page beats Mysterio.
Is the good one.
Huge win for him, because I also like Ethan Page. And if you release or let his contract expire, or he doesn't want to come back to WWE, that's another one that's your fault, WWE. So big win for him. So I knew that when I saw, oh, Gable's taking on Mysterio tonight, obviously Chad Gable's going to retain. Mysterio's going to put him over, blah, blah, blah. So I wrote this tweet. Mysterio wins this match. I'm never wrong, in all caps. And of course, they all came for me afterwards. Jess gets it, right? she gave me the old Kevin Owens cringing photo. Like, oof, you got that wrong. And, and then we get a few others. There was a bunch of others, but I think some of them got it and they deleted. And I was here for them, but yes. So I will be wrong on purpose. You know, nobody wants to listen to anybody that thinks they're the smartest guy in the room, or is the smartest guy in the room in some cases. And then they get me with the grammar up. The grammar police got me. Yeah, Momo sent me to prison. Then I just got out, and another guy tried. Oh, it's unavailable now. See? So there was a lot of that went on, because when I respond to them, they're like, oh, whoa, I wanted to shit on you. You're not supposed to respond back. So, yeah. It was one of these all week long, Danny. They got me. Ackchyually, it was released. So I hope everybody remembers the facts. Don't ever get it wrong. The wrestling fans will come for you. They'll tell you how silly, how stupid you are. How are you? You think you're an expert? I do. I know I'm an expert as well. Hit the like button. Did you see that? Look at it.
No, they brought it back. Love it.
Somebody else threw one in. I saw the guy escaping too. It was pretty crazy. He literally pushed the police officer and ran by him like to get out of the arena. And then you got Angel Reese in the court going, look, there he is. I found him. He's the one. Oh my God. So while we're on the Twitters, we might as well check out. I don't even know why I like this. Tony Soprano meme of I hate this fucking shit. Oh, it's this. My new quarterback and a couple people from or players from Minnesota. One of the best receivers in the league, and his quarterback. And what is this, Danny? What the fuck is going on here?
No, I don't fucking know. Embarrassing.
I mean, they should know better. They're like in their early 20s. Oh, how about Representative Nancy Mace South Carolina with the new look. You like that look, Danny?
That I'm sleeping with my fitness instructor look. Sorry. That I'm sleeping with my 20 years younger than me fitness instructor look.
And I'm sorry, ladies. Listen, if you got the double sleeves and shit,
yeah.
Oof, and you got them just recently. Who are you, Chris Jericho, bro?
Oh, yeah. A little bit of the bubbly.
Who are you, Kevin Owens? Hold on, I got a Kevin Owens around here somewhere, I think.
It's such good shit.
No, that's Dean.
He's fat.
There he is.
He's fat.
Yeah, I mean these guys and gals that start like painting their body up at an old age, at her advanced age. No.
And she's just gone and got like the big batch done, hasn't she, as well? She hasn't been collecting these over the years. I think she just went and got like the crash course in like the double sleeves and just sort of like the playing catch up, isn't she?
Look at this. Wheels on the shopping cart. Be like, yep, the one with the tattooed arms.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Oh, what else is happening? Oh, this is a great meme. This is old. And then look, he said Beyonce dancing with Sean Paul, who was very popular back in the day. And then he disappeared. And apparently this is the reason why he disappeared. Janice Jones says, bet money his sneaky ass tried to ruin Sean Paul's career after this performance because Jay-Z's watching his lady Beyonce bumpity grindity on Sean whatever his name is, Sean Paul on stage, and he closes his eyes. I rock that way. Hold on, let me mute that. Just to get the full video, let's watch it again. Grinding, oh yeah. He couldn't even watch it. Poor Jay-Z. All these guys, man. He's way too high up the food chain to not know who's eating the babies, in my expert opinion. So that happened this week. I saw that all over the place.
I don't know what you'd expect when you like married to a professional trollop. That's sort of like what she's meant to do, is just gyrate.
There was another video with Beyonce sitting on like a manager's lap to talk to Michael Jackson when she was like young in her career. The whole connections of it. Oh my God, look into that. That's creepy as fuck too. Yep, Jess has been getting messages. She does the anonymous message game with people, and she was upset because somebody was like, I whack off to you and things, right? And then other people are doing like indecent proposals with her and the hubby, like how much, right? So I like this angle. This angle is very intriguing to Dr. Huge. I wonder to see if she goes through with it. And I seen you post this. This is crazy stuff, right? You know, this woman is in my state, Danny, that did this. And I've heard a lot of stories about this. There was a lady in Boston, God, last year, that went on top of a parking garage and jumped off with her kids. So like this type of thing happens all the time around here. In New York State, which isn't too far away, a mother and the grandmother offed 4 kids in themselves. And a lot of it seems to be like them trying to get back at men.
Yep.
And it's just gross. But man, the way the women are actually supported, not all of them, of course. Some of them have brains in their heads. But there's a lot of women that are like supporting this.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting, to be honest.
And did you see there was a video of there it is, this TikTok girl watching it through Alex Jones. She's doing satanic rituals or some sort of a ritual and breaking glasses and had a fire in her kitchen. Then she's pouring hot wax on her kids' hands, and of course they don't like it. You know, it's just like, what? And then this is outside the courthouse, all the people in pink doing the little heart hands, which was my gimmick when I first started as a sexy star, until she broke that young lady's arm or leg on purpose in wrestling. Yep. So Alex Jones, he's been getting some things right lately, but I've never trusted him either. Another performer. But I mean, is it really going out on a limb going, hey, you shouldn't be allowed to off your kids?
No, it shouldn't. But a few years ago, we just sort of like gave every woman a free pass to do and say whatever in like a. Instead of just being like, yeah, look, some of us were a bit shit before, so we're gonna work on it. We just like proper overreacted, and we're just like, right, yeah, we're never right, and you're always wrong. Sorry, we're always wrong. You're always right. Just do everything. Just accuse anybody of anything all the time. We'll instantly believe you, even if it ruins the. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of lasses were like, well, I'm not going to take advantage of that. That's a bit silly. But then there was enough of the manipulative types that were just like, oh, fuck yeah. And we're now seeing the result of that. And it's fucking disgusting because all the narcissistic wankers on the internet are just, they bolster each other and they just cheer each other. They're literally sending money to this woman that fucking strangled 3 of her children. It's, yeah. Well, it's been like, oh, it wasn't premeditated. No, fuck off. I'm sorry. You can stick that bullshit right up your ass, and you can take accountability for your fucking actions.
Even
Sorry.
when they're like, well, it was a man's voice that was in her head. Even that whole like gimmick, basically, I'm like, yeah, all right. So I heard a man's voice tell me to do it. Yeah, of course, it's always the man's fault. Always. It's like the Casey Anthony thing a few years back. How do you get away with that? You chloroformed your daughter and left her in the trunk and she died, and you went partying and you got off? How does that happen? Holy shit. So it always reminds me of the Jack Nicholson movie where that woman runs up to him and is like, oh my God, I love you, my favorite author. How do you write women so well? And he goes, I picture a man and I take away all reason and accountability. And that's what it is. They have no accountability. They have no way to reason their way through this because it's all feelings based. So there's no logic. It's just like, this is the way I feel. I feel like, throwing my kids out the window. Okay, well, it's fine. She felt like she wanted to do that. No, it ain't fine. There's still rules. We got rules to live by. This is insanity.
It's another one of those instances where there is actually they're ruining it for people that have legitimate problems, like after pregnancy, after giving birth, because sleep deprivation is fucking nuts. And when you don't get the proper REM sleep, your brain will force you to do it whilst you're conscious. So you will dream whilst conscious. So you'll hallucinate. So there is a bit of legitimacy. Well, there is legitimacy to the claim of women going a bit nuts after giving birth, but the numbers and like the stories and that's not what's going on here. I mean, this woman this recent case with the 3 kids, she apparently phoned her husband like in between either 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 and had like a coherent conversation with him to make sure he wasn't coming back to the house. And then after he's like, bye, she's like, bye, I'll speak to you later. And then she continued doing what she was doing. So it's not like she just snapped and had like 6 minutes of blind rage like Chris Benoit perhaps. And I did see somebody saying, I haven't seen many women sort of like ask if he should sort of like his case should be looked at again because of the brain injury and stuff like that. No, that doesn't. He's just definitely a monster, and that's that. But this lady's, she's a saint because a man made her do it.
And Alex Jones, he did make a good point. I listened to some of the what he was saying, and it feels like there's some sort of vibration out there. And I know it's not really some spooky thing like that, but it's these stupid phones, and it's like the System of a Down stuff. Like, they're right, and they've been right for a long time in a lot of their songs. They've had whole albums about like you're being brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like, this is total brainwashing, and just people are being told to like just get rid of yourself, be done with yourself, be done with everything and all this stuff. It's like a message that keeps coming up, like bad things. We're supposed to be in love with bad things now, and it's not really bad. There's nuances to it. It's like, no. There's certain things you can just go, nope, that's not right. Right? I mean, come on. So
it's sin. I'm sorry to sound like a Bible basher here, but it's just temptation, and it's just like, go on, be sinful, do the bad thing, indulge. And it's just like all the time, have all the things all the time. Now, it's a tale as old as time. We've just got different ways of sinning now.
Yeah, I mean, there's full blown groups on TikTok and all over the internet where they're holding their babies and like, yes, I believe the same thing. I couldn't imagine if I was one of their husbands or boyfriends or something, and they got my kids, and they're like, yeah, I side with this lady that admitted that she did it. Like, what? Yeah. Okay, like, I'd get my kids and get the hell out of there.
Just see, I've only got the one, as you know, but your partner like that is meant to be like the other person that's like on equal sort of like watch of the kid, and it's like, I can trust this person as much as I can trust myself with the safety of my kid. That's how it should be. And then like grandmas and other family members will still look after your kid, but not as much as you should be doing. And then when that same person with the same like authority, as it were, does that, I just it makes me fucking feel sick.
I saw a Benoit tweet. Somebody mixed her court video in with his entrance video and the music and all that. If I said I didn't laugh, I laughed like this. And then, of course, there are people in the thread like, oh, this is so offensive and so this and that. And people are answering them back like, yeah, right. I mean, Benoit deserves better, right? And this and that, trying to make a point. It's just like the WNBA stuff. It's like you're acting like a dipshit, but you're making a point, to go, look at how you're acting. So, yeah. I just can't believe this thing. This has turned into what it's turned into. We even got like these, what do they call them? True crime, like podcast people, all these ladies on the TikToks. They're ending up in the court cases now. They take the jury out because it's like not really a part of it, but then they talk to these people. And then they come in there, and there was one lady that went into the courtroom. I've been keeping up with some of this stuff because like I said, it's not far from me. And I'm thinking to myself, what is this, a fucking movie where you're bringing in the true crime podcast people? Go, well, I used to work in, with these types of things and whatever. It's like, what? And my cousin Vinny all of a sudden? Like, so this is such horseshit. Like, lock her up, put her in the loony bin. Who gives a shit? We're done. Like, can we move on to something else?
There's a fucking much quicker, cheaper solution, but yeah, we're on YouTube.
What's going on, PB in the building? Back to a little wrestling. I mean, doesn't this prove my case here? Took, my boy Took. He's looking forward to All In because we could be getting Kairi Sane, Sheamus, New Day, and Dragunov now. That's crazy.
This is all speculation.
Yeah, it's speculation.
Right.
I
maybe get one of them.
At least one you got to get.
Yeah.
Then we got Santos Escobar on his release. He was released months ago. It's kind of an older story. Here's Adam Carolla. I love that he's been going around making the rounds, dunking on everybody about COVID from years ago that was talking all kinds of crazy shit. One of those people, Howard Stern, trashing the tennis player there that got kicked out of Australia. They kick everybody out of Australia. They don't want Candace Owens there. They don't want David Icke there. I mean, it's starting to make me wonder if Australia is like a real place. Like, then they clearly wouldn't want me there.
That's childish but funny.
Oh, I love this. This is one of my favorite memes. Ben Affleck sleeping on a boat or something, and he's dreaming.
I've never seen that one. Of who's he dreaming of?
He's dreaming of Jennifer Lopez, taco flavored kisses.
No.
Music video.
Jennifer! It's Jennifer
Oh,
Lopez. Jennifer. Oh, I've not. That's brilliant. I've not seen that before.
He knows he loves her.
Oh, that's one of the fucking best episodes. Is that one?
All right, is that enough? That's enough. Let's watch. Let's end this with Jay-Z on the X machine anyway, with him in deep prayer after
thinking about his cook's chair.
Oh, how'd you let that happen, Jay-Z? Over and over again, we're showing it. Oh, here's some news, Danny. So I might be done with video games, like, completely, because I've been trying to get back into Arc Raiders lately because there's nothing to play anymore. And I played it last night, and I must have got ratted, or there were multiple attempts on my, character's life so many attempts. And I'm not even doing anything to anybody. I just want the loot because I haven't been playing it lately, and I need the goop. And nope. Half the time I'm getting killed by people laying in the cut, lurking in the shadows and shit. And it eventually got me. I got ratted one last time last night, and I said, fuck this. I'm uninstalling this. And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what other games make me feel bad? I'm uninstalling all of them. So, and I'm left with like Madden, which is last year's Madden. I probably won't play that anymore. I think I'm done. And then everybody's like, what about GTA and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about GTA. They're going to make all you idiots wait forever for this game. I'm not waiting. I've never been waiting for that game. And what, to go on there and be griefed by a bunch of other people online and have to pay for it every month? Did you hear about that?
Nope, but not surprised.
They want you to actually have like a membership. So like Netflix, like a subscription account to play online when they eventually come out with that version of it. Fuck these people. Fuck PlayStation and all these video game makers that are giving you unfinished games, giving you licenses to it, not a hard copy, not anything that you can pass on, keep forever. Nope. Just give them money.
The last Grand Theft Auto I purchased was the trilogy pack for the PS2, which had Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City. That is the last Grand Theft Auto that I paid for. I have played, obviously, the more recent ones with other people's, but it's the same shit with better graphics. And if you want like a rampage simulator where you can just go and blow off steam, cool. Grand Theft Auto is the game for you. But you do not miss anything in your life if you get Grand Theft Auto 3 and then you didn't play it until 5, because you do the same shit, just like I say, with better graphics. And you're all right, you might be able to change the radio to more stations in this one, or you might be able to like have a health bar on your car in this one. But essentially, you're doing the same stuff. And if you do just come home from work and you want to just blow stuff up and go on a rampage, it don't matter which Grand Theft Auto you play. You can still achieve the same thing with each of it. But it's just part of this whole hype fucking culture where people want to be a part of it, and they'll happily pay $100 for this thing, and they'll hand that money over years before it's actually anywhere near completion. And then when Sony turn around and be like, oh yeah, we're fucking off physical discs as well. So just enjoy that. Those people are the reason why, because they'll just go, okay, that's fine, here's some more money. And it's like you're training them to misbehave, and you've just ruined it for fucking everybody. And it's the same with wrestling. We've got enough whales to fucking fund them. Disney do the same. They lean into like all the heavy hitters with like the adults with spending. If you look at adverts for Disney and Hollywood, Universal, things like that, it's all adverts for adults going and like doing Spider-Man's tour and Superman this, rather than children going and doing it, because they can't get, the kids don't have as much money. Whereas if you can just get the adult kids, it's there you go. And they're all at it, and it's fucked with games. But if you want to still play games, you don't have to play any of the modern fucking shit. Just get emulators. Just old consoles. Beg your pardon, YouTube. Old consoles, PlayStation 2 and previous sort of era, even like back to the SNES and the NES sort of generations. There's loads of games you won't have played yet. And you'll appreciate them because you're not just sort of like in awe at like, oh wow, look, another 3D world that someone's built with however many pixels and this, that. You can still enjoy the older games, and there's plenty of them.
Want to answer peanut butter?
Oh, sorry. Where's this cat from? What part of the UK is this accent? Up north. That's all I will divulge. Up north.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense, right? I can't argue with any of these points. It's just the video game industry, like most industries, the sports industry, the wrestling stuff, like we've been talking about all the time. Everything's getting worse, and people are just like, "You're the problem." I'm the problem because I noticed that things were peak like in the late 90s, in the early 2010, early 2010s. Like that was really it. We peaked around these times with all of entertainment, and it's just gone down right into the shitter, and it's because people got greedy.
Hmm.
It's as simple as that. It's just greed. So nobody's
Yep.
working as hard.
Part of the reason that in what year was it, 2007, when I started playing Final Fantasy XI online, which is an MMORPG, I saw all these other games that were just doing this, and it was just the same thing each year with a little bit better graphics and that. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm just not going to bother like chasing all the fucking new releases anymore. So I stuck with Final Fantasy XI, and I maybe bought like one or two brand new games a year, if that. Some years I wouldn't fucking bother because there was nothing that really jumped out. So I was still happy with a game that I enjoyed, that was still growing because it was an MMO and they updated it every month, and I had friends on there, and I don't feel like I missed out. Like a lot of the AAA games that people will be like, "Oh, I've had all 6 of these." Like, I've never purchased an Assassin's Creed. I'm not interested. I've played it at people's houses, but gone, I don't. This isn't awesome enough for me to be like, I need my own copy of it. And it's pretty graphics, but all the fucking games pretty much have pretty graphics now. That's why so many people go to university for like game design. They learn how to make these huge 3D worlds with so many things in it, but it's like, can you write a good character? Can you tell a good story? And it's like, no. So what are you going to do? Just call it a sandbox game? Yep. All right, fair enough. It's another one of those, is it? Well done. At least you've earned your fucking degree. So I still don't feel like I've missed out on anything. And it's not like I'd never buy any new games, but I don't chase the big releases anymore like I used to do up until like 2007 or whatever it was.
What's the last game that you've like poured hundreds of hours into?
Probably a Final Fantasy. I couldn't. What was the last one I played?
Like one of the remakes?
No, I didn't
Or just
fucking
one of
bother
the
with Final.
updated ones?
But just the older ones, which I'll have just like replayed. So, like, say I play one of the like 7, 8, or 9 on the PlayStation. I've previously put hundreds of hours into those, but then I'll replay them every couple of years, maybe. And then maybe put, what is it, like 40 hours average. So I'll have played another 40 hours of it, but there'll be multiple save files. So, but yeah, Final Fantasy XI Online, I've played that since 2007. I would dread to think how many fucking hours I've put into that game. I mean, we sit idle a lot of the time, so it's not like a true reading, but
I've seen this new Wolverine come out. I want to like it. And I've been asking for games like this. Like they could make a character game for almost every single comic book character. They get their own rogues galleries. You already got your bosses and everything. You already got your side missions, your DLCs, all this stuff. It's right there. And you can make it just like the Batman games. And they seem to have made one for Wolverine. And I don't know. I hate to be that guy. He seems like he's written like Gaverine in this one, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm not gay no more.
No, not anymore, Wolverine. Wolverine is literally made after the character Clint Eastwood played in like Dirty Harry. The same voice, the same kind of rugged look, the bar fighting, samurai ninja fighter overseas, and he's got all this a ton of backstory because he's super old, and this game makes him look like a bitch. Just in the cutscenes I've seen, I haven't even played it yet. I'm just watching. I'm watching him get hit. He's getting torn to smithereens by guns and things in the game, right? His whole armor and everything comes off, which is why is he wearing armor anyway? Fucking stupid. He's Wolverine. He doesn't need armor. He just wants to look cool, I guess. And so his armor comes off. He grows back his skin and things, and then the armor is just pops back into picture. And I know these are little things, But when I'm going to be watching hours and hours of this, playing the game and story mode and all this, and then I'm going to continue to watch his armor get grown back. It has a healing factor too, huh? So this Wolverine, he looks like a bitch. I see other people go online going, this is my Wolverine, as he's looking up at a man from crotch level like this. I'm like, holy shit, this is like wild stuff to Dr. Huge, because I'm, me and my comic books, me and my video games. Now we're making a comic book video game. I'm like, yes, this looks cool. And then Wolverine looks like a bitch. He ain't a bitch. He's gonna get blowjobs during it. And also, there's an X-Men Origins game. I never played it. It looks pretty dope, though. Another old game I might have to go play. But they basically took a lot of that and put it into this game. So it's like another lazy AAA game that they're going to give everybody. I don't like it.
Is it Wolverine's Revenge? Is it that one? Is that the one they've...
No, I think it was called Origins because he fought a Sentinel, or I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. The mechanics of it, I've been told, are like exactly the same and everything.
I got one for the GameCube upstairs. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I when I saw that new game, I was like, it looks like they've just taken that and updated it a bit, which was still a fun game. But then it just made me think, I'm going to get the GameCube out and play the other one. I don't need to spend fucking $100 on this one.
And again, as much as I want them to make more of these games, Wolverine's like the last character you have to make because he's got a healing factor. So how does that fucking work? You're going to play, what are you just going to play with a guy that's invincible, kind of?
Yeah. Journalist mode.
Give me Daredevil first. Give me all the street heroes. Give me we don't have a Punisher game that's like any good the past 20 years. There's no Blade game we can make.
Did you play the PS2 Punisher game?
No.
It might have been 20 years ago, though. I was just thinking about it. It's just like torturing people. It's just like press button to torture, press this button to torture, like this. Just finding different bits of the environment to torture people for information.
Or even there's a million teen games. There's just so much. There's so many characters in all the comic books, and then they'll give us some shit like that. What's the bad guy group that does good guy things? Suicide Squad. Again, and they kill the Justice League and all this stuff, and it's like nobody wants this.
No.
Nobody wants to play as Harley Quinn beating up Superman and Batman. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Give us a Superman game. Give us anything. Give us a Superman game, and it's kind of like one of them space games, and you could literally go to other planets, and they could be different places on other planets and things. You could actually physically fly there. You're Superman, right? I don't know. There's just a lot. Paladin says that the cutscene with Sabretooth can look kind of gay. They about the kiss. Yeah, they got real close. And then the voices. And again, just look at Wolverine's eyes, Danny, when you watch some of these things. He's looking at people like he wants to do something to them. Like something like this. It's freaking Dr. Huge out because I know that look. I've seen that look on plenty of women's faces. That's right. Blade game would be fun. Of course, it's like sitting right there. Blade movie,
yeah.
Remake that. These are layups, and they're like, nope, we're not going to do it. We're going to remake. You guys like Wolverine? That's what we've seen through our analytics over here. Everybody loves Wolverine, and there's an X-Men movie coming out. So let's just take an old X-Men game. We'll reboot it. We'll not finish it, and we'll sell it to everybody for $100. Great. And we'll let a bunch of women write it.
And charge you $20 if you want his original animated series costume for DLC.
Yeah.
And people just people spend all that money on that shit as well. And it's like, why are you telling these fucking game developers that this is okay? They're just going to keep doing it and making it worse. And then you've got pay to win. And it's just wankers ruining it for the rest of us.
Lucky. I am a punk, though. Not in the actual definition of it, though. I don't know if you ever read the definition of what a real punk is. Or it's one of them. It's one of the definitions. It's like a young boy, basically.
Right.
So CM Punk, starting to make sense to me, right? Get it? Get it? Hold on.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I didn't say it. That was Ice-T. Don't come and get me. But GTA 6, man. Everybody's so ready for it. Did you hear there was a leak this week?
Yes, that tickled me, to be honest. Yeah, because they were trying to fucking milk the bloody trailer to put it on Netflix, weren't they? And it's just like, oh my god, it's the first time this has ever been done. And it's like, yeah, thank you. This is just more stuff that isn't playing a game. So they deserve to have things like that spoiled.
I think the story was they allowed people in India to do whatever with the game, and that's how it got leaked because it was cheaper to have them do it than anybody else, and now in the long run it's going to be a lot more money.
Even less sympathy. I didn't know that detail. Even less sympathy.
Yep. And it's funny, I keep seeing whoever's leaking this and doing whatever with the game and stealing it, they're like making all kinds of like Joker demands. Like, you do this, and then we're going to do that. And if you do that, well, like this type of thing. Like, we got you by the balls here, buddy. No sudden movements. So, I don't know. I find it all funny because, again, it's not like GTA in the past has ever, like, messed with anybody or myself in a gaming way. They give you the game, right? That's what we expect. They give it to you. I'm good with that. But, towards the end of 5, when they started bringing in casinos and real money for Grand Theft Auto money, and now we got people talking about with this new one, like people are going to be creating real wealth with this game. We're going full-blown idiocracy. This shit is retarded. We're not supposed to have adults out here trying to make careers out of video games like this. This is why the baby eaters are getting away with everything, and everybody's being bamboozled, and we're feeling sad for child offers, we'll call them on here. It's just what a time we're living in, Danny. It's great, ain't it?
We put priorities fucking wrong. It's awful. It aggravates me, and I try not to get so wound up about it, but I don't get very far.
Peanut Butter says, need a villain-driven game. The heroes are gay unless they're anti. Give me a banger where I can be Doom, becoming God King, and I'm sold. Marvel better not fuck this Doomsday up, but they will. I don't know. Look, I'm giving them a little credit as of late. I talked about it last week. The Spider-Man movie. I haven't seen it yet. It looks good. It's going to make a lot of money. And I think they're in a point, Marvel, now where they're slowing down with the projects, and they may be trying to make them a little better. The jury's still out, but I think Doomsday will be better than what people think. And this is coming from a guy, I don't buy the hype on any of this stuff, but it took them like 25, 30 years to give us Dr. Doom. You know what I mean? Like, they really dragged that Thanos shit out. And I never cared about really any of the Avengers movies. The best one, in my opinion, is Age of Ultron. That movie was dope. Great.
Well,
great.
They needed Robert Downey Jr. to finish with his previous Marvel character before they were going to give him another Marvel character, because it's all about him, evidently. So, gotta make him look strong.
That is weird how they went with that Doom version.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. We'll see. But I'm going to go get my $100 Chinese bucket when it comes out. And what else?
Oh no, this one that they're bringing out for the Doomsday. It's a Robert Downey Jr. special one where it's a child's crib, and you get like a little drunk, intoxicated Robert Downey Jr. like inside the crib, and then you put all your nachos and popcorn in and around it, while the dad, who's found Robert Downey Jr. in his child's bed, is like pointing, and that's the handle for it all, and you can also drink from it.
Whoa.
They should hire me for this shit, man. Blow their minds.
And if you didn't know, he's referencing what Robert Downey Jr. was up to back in the day. drug binges and things, ending up in a child's bedroom, sleeping in his bed. And thinking back on that story, like back in the day, it was like, wow, that's crazy. A guy all high on drugs like broke into a random window and went into a kid's room and things like that, and but I don't know. After all these revelations of Hollywood and everything,
Yeah.
maybe that story was a little fixed. You know what I mean? A little sanitized for the public or something. I don't know. Saying maybe he really is Dr. Doom or something. Paladin. That's right. Old guys like me don't understand these game thingies. That's what William Robinson says. Yeah, I know. It's like, what's your boing boing games you're playing over there? Your Pac-Mans and your Marios. Yep. That's the thing. I grew up right at a time when all this stuff was like the Nintendos. And I mean, I even had an Atari because my older brother had an Atari. It got handed down to me. That was my first gaming console. One button and a stick.
I had a Spectrum, the ZX, the last one, with a tape cassette built into the keyboard. Sounded like a modem when the tape was loading.
So, oh man, I mean, the old gaming days, and you would get so excited to just play any game. And nowadays, I see all these games out here, and they're like, you can't even buy it. Well, you can buy it, but you're not going to own this. We'll get rid of it. And it's happened to me before. I've told you the Ninja Turtle story. I can't believe it. I spent $15 on a Ninja Turtle game. I went to go play it a couple months later because I wasn't like in a rush to play it. I just wanted it. And it wasn't there. I went, what happened to it? I had to literally Google it online, and they went, oh, yeah, by the way, anybody that bought that game, it doesn't exist anymore. They didn't have the rights to do this, that, and this with the game, so we took it away. For me, I didn't do that, but I lost my stuff, so. Yep, Pong came out when you was 17. Oh, my goodness. I used to play Pong. Yep. Master Pong player over here. But I'm telling you, I think I might be hanging it up. The game has passed me by because now most of these games you have to be online to play them, and you have to be around other shitheads online that play these games. And then they'll grief you. They'll shoot you in the back when you're picking berries or something and farming in a game. And they'll just go, I'm going to shoot this guy. Ha ha. After you spend an hour trying to do something, right? So I said, no, you know what? I think I'm just going to get back to all that video gaming time is going right back into the music making time and the show promo edits and all this stuff, which I do have another one coming out tonight. Be on the lookout for that on the DrHUGEshow YouTube channel. Peanut Butter says they only even pulled the door card as a Hail Mary to save the Marvel money machine. Hey, listen. I'm not on board with anything going on entertainment-wise these days. But Marvel, you gave me Spider-Man in his costume, the real costume, recently. He's in a movie with the Punisher. And the Punisher looks like the Punisher, acts like the Punisher. Hulk was mad.
It's a pretty low bar, though, mate. I'm afraid yeah. I'm glad you're optimistic, but I think you've just like picked up the bar and lifted it like half an inch off the ground and then dropped it.
I'm just saying, it seems like we're getting things that I've seen in the comic books. Like, that's why I like Alex Ross's art so much. Like, he goes with a classic theme, but not all the time where it's like so say if there's a character that came out in the 50s, he's not going to go all the way back to the 50s and give you that classic look. He'll mix it in with some of the Silver Age and what the character is. And it feels like the movies are starting to pick up on that, and they're giving us what they should look like, what they should sound like, act like, and everything else. But yeah, again, I'll watch it. I'll give you a great Spider-Man review. Not like they're not going to make 1,000 more anyway.
Have they not just released like 5 or 6 other crap films in between the Spider-Man films? So you sort of like just get a bad taste in your mouth from the other films, and then Spider-Man's familiar, and it sort of looks the same. So you're just like giving it like positive reviews just by comparison for the crap things, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah, well, they do though, because they do bring so many crap films out, and people are like, oh god, we've got Fatigue, and then it's, oh yeah, is that one of the staple characters, and they'll go and see that and be like, oh yeah, the back, they've got it again, and then they'll bring another crap film out, and it's just saying that we've fallen
Daredevil
back
was
down
great.
now.
I did watch all the new Disney Daredevil stuff. Still good, just like the Netflix stuff. So I'm good with that. A few of the characters they're keeping that I like, but I don't care about no Captain Marvels or anything like that. They got to stop with that shit. But anyway, William Robinson says, here's a wrestling question for you guys. Do they ever have hair versus hair matches anymore? I used to love hair matches. I heard there was a rumor of a hair match possibly coming up for Logan Paul. And they did do one recently for MJF, but he won. It wasn't a hair versus hair. I think if he would have lost, he would have lost his hair. So it was done a little bit differently with him and Darby Allin. And yeah, Logan Paul, that's your, because I mean, this motherfucker is bald. He takes all his hair, like just like Michael Bolton, the saxophone player or whatever, one of these singers from the 90s, take his hair and grow it out super long, even though it was like his hairline was up here. So what he does is he does the same thing, Logan Paul, and he takes all the hair and he throws it forward over his head. So it comes, and then he throws a hat on it and it smushes the hair down. So it looks like he's got a shitload of hair like a teenager. He don't. Cut it off. Like, let's go get Brutus the Barber Beefcake and shave his head off. Going the wrong way and everything. Just straight clippers. Like they did to Edge or Kurt Angle or somebody. I love a good hair on hair match as well. I think they did. I forget who they did it to. It might have been Edge, but somebody was like pissed off. They're like, they took the clippers and they were like just rubbing it in my hair, like ripping my hair out. Stupid idiots.
I think when Raven lost his hair at one point, and I'm quite sure that was a bloody mess. And Kurt Angle lost his hair in a hair versus hair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was against Edge, yeah.
And he had to come out and he wore a wig for a while.
Yeah, with the head guard. It was a head guard and wig combo, wasn't it?
That's my Kurt Angle top 5 in my book.
Yeah. And for someone that wasn't like bred into the wrestling business or just like trained from a young age in the wrestling business, someone that just picked it up like that was, yeah. So
I mean,
impressive.
he's a real wrestler. He gets it. He knows how to move and pick people up and throw them around.
But not safely. That's like the opposite of what he was taught. He was just taught to grab and throw, grab and twist, grab and... Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when that's instinctive, and then you've got to learn to like only have 90% of that, because it's like, yeah, I'm going to throw you to the grow gently. It goes against your instincts. Dan Severn was just a fucking nutcase for doing it. I don't know how... what a monster. Because he jumped between the two all the time, didn't he? Just shoot fights and just shoot fights and work fights. I think the same day, I think he'd like have two different types of competition. It's like, how the fuck do you keep that, divided in your head and not just standing there and getting punches and being like, oh yeah, shit, it's a real fight.
Yep, Ken Shamrock, Dan the Beast Severn. I mean, real men's men. Dragunov could be put in that category, not like he's an MMA fighter, but it's like one of them type of wrestlers, Nope, can't have that anymore. Doesn't sell enough T-shirts. Right. But they got more questions for us. William Robinson, thanks. By the way, I read comic books. Back in the Silver Age, the Hulk and Spider-Man were my favorites. If you kept some of them, they're very, very valuable now, especially if they're in good condition. But this, what's his name again? John Johnston? One of these names. The guy that used to make the music. He keeps popping up in the...
Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson. Johnston. I don't know. He keeps popping up on my timeline lately because he's going on podcasts and basically like they're doing all this shit all wrong. And this is a video that we've been watching. I'll play a little bit.
Fame just like on the camera just as it passed them to show Chris Jericho coming down the ramp. Now people have the cameras. Everyone has their own camera in the fucking hand. We can't put that back in. We can't put that genie back in the lamp. It's done. We're fucked. No, that's the answer.
Remember they tried to give us a new Jey Uso song. They were already like yeeting and doing the whole thing. Like, why would you even change that? But they do. They just love the Seth Rollins shit, and they want. Oh, it stinks. This modern wrestling and many of these idiot fans, they think they're smarter than Dr. Huge. You ain't. You ain't smarter. I'm gonna cry again later.
Remember when the problem we had with bloody wrestling music was it was in like the mid-noughties where they had Jim Johnston would write a tune and it'd be instrumental, and then I think Stone Cold's was probably the first when they got Disturbed to do a version of Stone Cold's, and that was a really, really, really good version. It worked really well. But then after that, it was like, who else has an instrumental theme song? Oh, everybody! Let's try and find some bands to do covers of these, and we can like get a bit of cross promotion. And some of them are really good, like the Benoit one and Kane's one. But then some of them were just like, you didn't need vocals on this. It was fine as it was. Batista's music doesn't need vocals. Doesn't need saliva in it. The original one of that Jim Johnston did was fucking brilliant.
Kane.
But they gave everybody they just gave everyone just like some new metal band to cover their tunes. So
even that's better than whatever this is, where it's just tons and tons of music is being made, and they're like, yeah, that sounds like something we can sell to the kids. They'll cheer to this. They'll chant along to the, like they're doing it with Gable. They gave Gable a chant song now too. And the overhead claps, which I'm okay with that. Do the overhead clap thing because that's cringe and very old school Americana, but I got it, right? What are we going to cheer for every wrestler that comes out there or do a chant for them? No thanks. Like, give me the Kurt Angle stuff and let the crowd, again, maybe come up with something for it. You know, the you sucks.
yeah.
So William Robinson disagrees with you. Amateur wrestlers are safe in pro wrestling terminology. No punches, kicks, crazy flying moves, etc. are illegal. The objective is to pin someone. I was an NCAA wrestler. You've done it all.
Yeah.
You've been around forever.
Yeah, but right, I've done both too. So I've got you in a rear waist lock. I'm going to pick you up, drop you on your front. If we're working a wrestling match, I'm going to intentionally drop you so you can spread your weight, and I'm not going to drop you nastily. If I'm in a legitimate fight and I'm trying to pick you up off your feet from your waist and I'm trying to get you onto the ground, I'm not going to give you that same exact courtesy. There's going to be some oomph to it. Same with an overhead, and then Severn wasn't just doing grappling, he was doing stuff with strikes too, so you're still throwing punches and then catching punches or dodging, and very good fucking brain for him to not get messed up and to just get confused and just murder somebody legitimately in the ring. Or stand there and get ruined unnecessarily in a proper fight. But no, you can train yourself to be good at both, but if you've just done one, like Angle had done, from like whatever age it was, and then got to Olympic standards and not done like worked matches before, to then go into that environment is completely different. And he did a phenomenal job to just like not hurt people or himself a little bit. I think a few people got a few potatoes. Brock as well, yeah, he's got a lot more power behind him. But then he ended up nearly killing himself, didn't he, with that shooting star where it landed on his bloody head.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar just comes to mind whenever anybody brings up safety, because he was safe with people he wanted to be safe with. That's how it looked like to me.
Yeah.
It's just some other people he didn't give a fuck. He'll drop you right.
Oh,
you want to sandbag me? Oh, how about I drop you right on your head? The little Indian guys that used to be with Jinder Mahal back in the day, he would suplex them and not even think about it. He would just like throw him and go, "Oh, did he land on his head? No, I really don't give a shit."
Orton did that with one of, who was it? Oh, it was J&J Security when Seth Rollins was noisy heel champion.
No, he did it to the Indian guys too when he did the.
Oh, was it them?
Yeah, he went
Oh,
and
was it
dropped
them?
him on
Oh,
on his back on the announce table, doing the little
yeah.
Orton backdrop thing there, and he like dropped him on his head or something, and he rolled off.
Yeah, he even looked at the camera and went, "Whoops."
Yeah, like,
Oh, I thought it was one of but yeah, I remember him just like, yeah, there was no regard there.
man, so there's a lot going on in this wrestling world. I'm gonna rapid fire give you a few stories. We'll see what sticks. So Sammy has a broken hand. Legitimately, he's involved with CM Punk and Kevin Owens now. Now Kevin Owens is back. He's fighting with CM Punk, and they're trying to see who's gonna outdouche the other one. You know, who's gonna be more passive aggressive out here. They finally had a match on SmackDown last night for the title. I think it was for the title. I don't know. I only saw the highlights, but Sami Zayn got involved because he feels that CM Punk stole the title from him, and he's also friends with Kevin Owens, who just came back, and you know they've got their history. Karen Owens put that mask on, and then Sami Zayn over here, these goofballs. And let me tell you this, everybody. You know how I feel about Sami Zayn. I think he's boring. I think he's stupid. I think Kevin Owens is a good bad guy. Whenever he's doing the good guy thing, which he's doing now, like Sammy went to give him the title at the beginning of the turn last night on Orton, and Kevin's like, "No, I don't want to do it like that this time." And when I heard that, I went, "Woof,
It's the shits.
this is gonna be the shits." Because Kevin Owens is a good guy, never works. Seth Rollins is a good guy, that never works either. Those are bad guys. So I hope that they got something planned, maybe a double cross or something like that. But it's looking like Sami Zayn is going to be the full-blown heel. And what, CM Punk's going to be cool? I heard he wants to be a heel. He's also a much better heel than he's another. Just strikes me as a bad guy. Sounds like a bad guy. Looks like a bad guy. And nope, they're going Sami Zayn instead. So, right. Not CM Punk, not Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn's going to be the big bad because he lost his title to CM Punk in a week, that's actually kind of hilarious. I do like that. But I don't like CM Punk and I don't like Kevin Owens. I don't like this. I don't like anybody in this whole scenario. Who, if you had to marry, fuck, kill, Danny, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens?
I just the K one, I'd just do that to myself and not have to play the game and pick.
Come on, Jess. This is what Jess does every time I do an MFK. All right, I'll do. You want me to do it? Do I have to do it? I want to hear your answer first.
Well, I've just not put any thought in. I've not put any thought into it before, so
that's why I'm asking. I think now we get to see, your thoughts. How are you going to reason this thing out?
You are fucking gay bar champion.
What, Sheik?
Champion.
You can't say that. All right, I'm going to marry Sami Zayn because he would make a great wife to Dr. Huge. I'm effing CM Punk and, Kevin Owens, you got to go, bro. I don't even care if you are wearing that wig. That's how that works, Danny. See?
Fair dues. Well, Zayn would have to go for me because he's just so goddamn fucking irritating. And that photograph you just showed of him, I could smell him. So, yeah. And I think I could taste a bit of that smell too. It was just that offensive. Owens is chunkier unless he has that six-pack and the fake beer gut just for his persona, but because he's chunkier, I might be able to give the old reach around and get a handful of boob, so I suppose that's the fuck. And then marrying Punk, I guess, and just dealing with that whingy little bitch all the time. Great.
I can't wait to edit you saying you would marry CM Punk. I got you. We got him, everybody.
Frost your hair. Do something like that.
Yep. See, I can't believe you played the game. Can't believe it.
Fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. I've been caught saying worse in jest before, so.
I've seen before we came on, I'm scrolling through the timeline. I see a couple WNBA women doing a press conference, and they're all pissed off that somebody threw another dildo on the court, and they're like, "What are you, gay? You're gay if you do that." And it's like, this is a gay league. Like, how are you guys gonna call other people you're gay? I understand the reverse psychology they're trying to use. It ain't gonna work. Nobody cares. Now you're gonna have a bunch of guys going to the game going, "Yeah, sure, I'm gay."
I'm not gay no more.
And chucking more dildos onto the court. So just letting you know, that's the reverse psychology thing doesn't work anymore, ladies.
The stupid, right. How have they not learnt yet? You tell somebody on the internet, please don't mention my fucking chin. It I'm real insecure about it. What are people going to do? Just going to hyper focus on your chin or whatever you've got a problem with. So they go, don't throw the dildos on the court. It offends us. What are you getting? And it's just like, awesome. You're just encouraging people to do it. In fact, I think you want people to throw them on the court now. Because why else would you behave like that?
Freebies, right?
Yeah.
And where's Jess? I've been missing her. We'll get her on again. I see her online. She's obsessing over Tamatanga and finding out that this is what I find funny about the whole situation of like her doing the anonymous question gimmicks on there, because then you're gonna get the people going, "Show us your tits," and I whack off to you, and I do, all like just the wackos are gonna come out and start telling you everything, and I think she's working it into a bigger gimmick here, because now I think she's been discussing with the hubby the indecent proposals. So if they can make like $250,000 each for one of these nights, and remember, back with Demi Moore, that was $1 million if you wanted to sleep with Demi Moore in the movie, and that was like,
and that was in like the 90s, yeah. So inflation and stuff, yeah.
So with inflation, 500,000 seems a bit low. So if you could get the number up, I mean, they're talking about it. They said they're gonna. So maybe we'll have a major reappearance of Jess. If something like that happens, we're gonna have to like really make a big deal out of it, Howard Stern style or something.
Anything to get her from like sneaking around and following all. There's so many Samoans in WWE now. She's just got this is easy pickings for her, isn't it? She just hang around backstage, just peeking out from behind all the equipment, and yeah.
Yep. Big and green. Yeah, why green dildos? Why do they throw the green ones in WWE? I don't know.
Did they show up better on the... Is
Probably.
it the colour that shows up best on the court or something? There's probably been some thought. If they keep doing it with green ones, someone's thought about this and it maybe stands out the best on TV or something.
WNBA is ridiculous. You'd think they'd rather be woke than make money. Stupid. But that's how a lot of these businesses make money these days. Or they've definitely been in the news a lot lately. I feel like that's a whole work too. Like they're really pushing them ahead. And it's all based on nothing that has to do with basketball. It's all about political stuff and gender stuff. And, it doesn't really interest me all that much. I just find it funny when they're like, the WNBA has to figure out and have a meeting on what a woman is. It's just, what a time again we're living in, Danny. Things are like, we're sticking up for people that get rid of their kids, and we don't know what women are, and I'm a stupid idiot all of a sudden because I didn't know a guy was released compared to didn't take the contract they gave him, which is it's essentially the same thing.
He wasn't let go, but when he was thrown to them, they didn't catch him. So it's almost
semantics.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got plenty more news. I've been looking up things. I've been doing things. I've been saying stuff. And if you're wondering why I'm on the Dabble dashboard, been on the Stuttering John's show, been on the Clown Town, frequented many of the chats in your fucked up universe, but I'm mainly in this fucked up universe. with the wrestling people and the other weirdos. So if you don't know who I am, fucking look it up, bro. I don't know who you are. You're clearly anonymous. So get out of my life. Kick rocks if you don't like it. We're over here banking Skrilla. Anyway, right? Anyway. Yep. I'm just here to entertain you, right? Clearly an expert in the business. Anything new on Vince McMahon? Always. Well, it was kind of old. 2 weeks old. 2 weeks is pretty old these days, but Vince McMahon, he's going to have to pay up for doing shady things as far as selling to TKO and all that stuff. So, there's your Vince McMahon news. Shout out to you, Vince McMahon. I would love if he got back involved in WWE and things, but that will never, ever, ever happen. Fun to talk about, but he's done ski. He's busy crashing into people in the highway in his Audis and things. That was the last big news of Vince McMahon, was his car accident video. And, it's been pretty slow, generally speaking. We do have the Goldust story where I think she took that post down or something. I was just looking for it earlier. But Goldust got in big trouble, if you didn't hear. Known as Dustin Rhodes in AEW, but he wrote a heart emoji and too sweet emoji to a woman that was holding a handgun, Danny, and also wrote something to the effect of Islam, come and take it, like some shit like that. And, she's all tatted up and she had the big boobs. I'm pretty sure he probably liked it because of the big boobs and the gun. And he even said himself, I liked it because of the gun. And because Mustafa Ali came out and said, I respect you and your family immensely. But, this is disappointing, dude. So he deleted the tweet. Everybody came for him online, and then he threatened to leave Twitter. He doesn't want to do the Twitter no more. And, it's the same old deal. He blocks me, too. He's blocked me for many, many years.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he seems
same.
a bit sensitive with things. And, this is like a monthly report on Dustin online and things. It's not a big deal to me, but it is to the wrestling people. How dare he talk shit about or like anything that talks shit about certain religions and whatnot. And whatever. It was a bigger story earlier in the week. I can't believe it turned, like, this little mole hill has turned into a mountain, but it does, because when you fight back, things generally get worse for you, right? Like, he's like, I was just doing it because I like the picture of the gun and stuff like that. Yeah, all right. And then she wrote a post about how she didn't know about some wrestling guy, like my tweet or whatever, and everybody's attacking him. And she totally, right out the gates in the video, didn't take any accountability for it. She even said, I mentioned, she was doing the whole Dr. Huge gimmick I do on YouTube TOS here. And then she eventually mentions it later on in the video. I'm like, just fucking say what you were trying to say. You're beating around the bush with all these things. So she came off not good in my eyes. So get well, Dustin. I'm sure you'll be fine. William Robinson, could Vince start a new promotion or buy an existing one? He could. I heard word of that. But then why would you even want to do that? As Vince McMahon, you think he would really take a lower promotion than the one he created and try to boost that back up? The man's getting up there. He's almost as old as you, William Robinson. Almost.
I mean, you could set it as a challenge to Vince and be like, I bet you couldn't get this company to be as big and scary as the WWE. He might bite at that, but yeah, at his age now, it's just like, what would be the point?
And, I saw Nasty Neil. Here's a little Dabbleverse news for you, the 2,000 people that are in the Dabbleverse. Nasty Neil, I seen him in the chat, and I was like, I extended an olive branch to him. Come on the show. You talk wrestling. You know about horror movies and things. You know, I sent him messages before, and he was supposed to come on. Remember, I made a whole work out of it, like, oh, I can't believe he's big time in me, blah blah blah. He was so offended by it. He unfollowed me. He can't do it, so he told me to talk to his people. Mm-hmm. See what he did there?
Yeah.
So he did big time me. Wow. A guy that is, again, from my state, very boring. But you know, if you're boring and you come on the show, I can still jazz it up. We can still talk about things, and yeah, have fun with Rob Son, my alter ego version over there. She didn't like you either, so take that, nasty Neil. Nasty Neil. Big time in Dr. Huge. Also, I was talking about it months and months ago. I asked Pharaoh guy in this podcast to join the show one day, and I think they knew Rib Shot or something, and I got an email back just like this week. Yeah, send some dates, and I was like, who is this? And I'm looking at the date, and I'm like, when did I send them a message? It was like November 29th. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'll get back to you eventually. You know, I'm like, I totally forgot about this. But hey, maybe Rib Shot got to him. Let him know what we're up to. There's some, I can't believe I looked at my ex and none of these things were here, but the pictures of Janelle Grant, did you see those this week, Danny?
No, I didn't know.
Janelle Grant, that was in the big case with Vince McMahon and all this stuff about her getting sex trafficked as a grown woman. She's got all kinds of bruises on her legs. It looks like somebody took like a ball peen hammer and like just hit her on like a bunch of little black and blue marks. She said she fell down, doesn't remember, and then just woke up with all these little bruises on her. And it's like, that's odd. That's really, it just looked weird. I've never seen like these wonky legs with just little black and blue marks all over it like that. Usually you get like one black and blue mark, like you hit the deck, and then so I don't know what's up with that. I wonder if she's been Clancy'd medically, if you know what I mean. So get well, Janelle. There's so much weird shit going on out here. Oh, did you hear how Javon Evans got his name?
No.
He looked up a list of black people names. And he went with Javon, and then he said he wanted Porter, but I think because of MVP, I think they were like,
oh, right, yeah.
Stick with Evans. So, yep, that happened. Braun and Oba, also very over with me. That's getting built up. It's going to be a Sunday night main event. I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend. Coming up soon. They're going to be doing that match on there. It's a weird program to put that match on, right? You would think that would be more of like a Survivor Series match or something. And
yeah. So is it Sunday night main event? Did you say?
Yes, this next.
Oh, so they're not just doing Sat. Oh, right, fair enough. I didn't realize they were doing that.
Yep. And I mean, there's a bunch of other wrestling news, but it's like boring shit, man. It really is. Like Tiffany Stratton. I almost called her Stephanie Stratton. She did a whole live stream with that Neon kid that I always bring up here because he's one of like the biggest streamers in the world. And she's having lunch with him, and WWE's contacting her, and they got swatted during it. Like the police showed up. All kinds of shit was going down. And she says she wants to stick around in wrestling for like another 10 years. So I think she can do it. But it's going to get harder and harder the way that, you know, WWE does business. If you like cool down for a number of months, they'll just probably lowball you and try to get rid of you. So get well, Tiffany Stratton and Neon as well. I can't believe these people like Neon, they have like millions of views in this. I know most of them aren't real, but how do they get in these positions? Like clavicular. And then you look it up and it's like, oh, well, he gets paid by, you know, some of the top AI creators and makers and things like that. I get it. Same people that install like presidents and vice presidents, right? So more on that later. I don't know. I think I'm running out of gas here with all this shit. I think we talked about it all this week. No 4 hours today, Danny. We showed up late.
Fair enough.
So gone a little late for you.
Oh, we showed up. I thought you said I showed up late. I was like, no, man, I was on
No.
time. I saw the intro this week.
Just the show. The show showed up late this week. And I think the Sleaze will probably be coming back with us next week. He's everybody around here, it seems like, has summer birthdays, and then they all do the parties during the weekends. Because everybody be banging in the wintertime. Yeah. They look like this. Shout out to you, Dragunov. It's sad to see you go from the WWE. They fumbled another one. But this one hurts Dr. Huge the most. I thought he could have been very entertaining in a lot of big matches in the actual wrestling ring. But nope, we're going to get more Jey Uso. We're going to get more of this instead.
Yee.
And get ready, Danny. Pew Pew merchandise coming soon.
Yee.
Amazing. I think we did it.
So I'm amazed at just what I'm missing, not watching wrestling every week.
Totally. I take months off here and there, but they got me back into Raw. The Bloodline stuff, go look it up, folks. Pretty good this week. LA Knight has been given a bigger role in the company. He's actually in a main event scene. Good for everybody. Good for you guys. Shout out to everybody except that anonymous douchebag. You did it again. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's yeet our way out of here, Danny. Shout out to you. Go follow Danny. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
Follow me on Twitter at Blunt Damage and DannyDamage.co.uk. My thing was there, my YouTube address. There we go. Danny Blunt Damage on YouTube.
Yep. And you guys know where to find me, of course. I'm all in your Dabbleverse. I'm all in the wrestling verse. I'm making everybody mad out here. I don't know who anybody is out here. I do the Dabbleverse prayer every single night, Danny, before I cry myself to sleep. I go, I don't know anybody. I don't know who you are. I don't care. You're a grifter. You're a loser. You're a clown. Amen. Have a good rest of your day and evening and night, everybody. See you later. See you next week. 3 p.m.
Thanks, everybody.
Saturdays. Bye. See ya.